So if you guys have been around cars as long as I have, I'm sure you guys have seen these hats running around on the top of the Napa truck. So when you got a delivery, you called it in, this is what you'd see showing up on the truck. And this is one of the old school Napa hats from back in the day. So these are almost like a collector's item now. So what I want to do here on this video is I want to do a gift for my boss. You guys know he's really good to me and lets me do the videos at the shop and just treats me well. So I want to give him back something custom, and I'm going to do this hat up to match his logo for the business. That way he has a nice one-off custom piece and he can display it wherever he likes. So in this video we're going to get this hat from looking like it does, all cracked up and just old in age, because these are from back in the day. These are about 15 years ago is when they had them on the trucks. And we're gonna get it all repaired. We gotta do some body work to the front of this to get rid of this. That way we can do the logo for the business on the front, but we're gonna be doing everything in paint. That way when this is done, it's just a nice custom one-off piece for him. So let's go ahead and get this thing ready. All right, so we've got the bottom of it and everything treated for when we're gonna do our repair work. So on the bottom, we're gonna have to use a little bit of fiberglass mesh. That way we can get some structure to this thing, because it is very brittle. And they had all the holes drilled into the actual vehicle, and those are gonna be filled now. So we've got it all prepped. We're gonna go ahead and put down some fiberglass mat. That way we get this thing treated from the bottom, and then we'll flip it back over and do the outside and finish it up. Outside treated, we're going to go ahead and start repairing the top side, and that way we have both structural bottom for the strength, and then we'll do the top with a fiberglass product too to give it a little bit more strength, and then we'll move into our polyester putties and get this thing all ready for the 2K. All right, so I'm feeling like a body man. We got this thing all body worked up, and now we're gonna go ahead and move into the 2K primer, get it primed up, then we'll sand it down. We'll get this thing covered up with some blue, because you guys know our colors for the Mitchell sign is blue, white, and red. So we gotta get it blue first, then we'll do our logo on the front and get this thing all finished up. So first thing we gotta do is get it 2K'd. All right, we've got it all 2K now, and we used the white on this one because we are gonna be doing something special on this here, because I really want this one to pop. So if you guys haven't heard that doing a Kandy paint job with a white pearl base, that's your hardest Kandy you can do, because it's your lightest base color that there is, and you need the pearl white to actually give it the sparkle. So instead of using a silver, we're gonna be doing the hardest one that there is, and that is gonna be the white pearl base with the Kandy over the top of that. So we got to get this thing sanded down, and then we'll be back in the booth getting this thing painted. All right, so we've got it all sanded down and now it's back in the booth. So what we're gonna do on this one is we're gonna go ahead and seal this with our normal sealer, being it's a white, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the pearl in our mixing clear and put that right over the top of the actual sealer, because we're gonna be doing this one all in the water base. I'm gonna give the candy effect mixed up from the actual mixing bank that we have here, and it's gonna be close to a real candy. It's not gonna be the true House of Colors UK candy. You guys know I always talk about that because it has the depth, but for what we're doing here on this hat, it's gonna have a really nice look. So let's go ahead and get that thing sealed up and get our base coat on with the pearl. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up our own candy using the water base. We're just gonna go ahead and mix up some of our 490, which is our mixing clear in the actual PPG system. This is a clear product, and most systems have the same stuff. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mix up with one of our blues. All right, so the one that we're gonna be mixing in is gonna be our high strength blue, which is the 420 in the actual water base. We're gonna go ahead and add some of that in here now and get our candy mixed up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now and apply our blue over the white pearl, and you're gonna have to put on as much as you need to get coverage and how dark you're going. So we're going for almost like a cobalt blue color, and so that's what you're gonna have to base it off of, on how much actual blue you put in your 490 or whatever system you're using. Because if you put in too little, you're gonna have to put a lot of coats, and if you put in too much, you're gonna have it very, very strong, which will actually almost hurt you when you're doing a job like this. So let's go ahead and put one coat on. All right, so that's one coat of the candy that we mix here at the shop. And you guys see that it covers pretty good. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put one more wet coat over the top of that thing, because I don't wanna go too dark. I wanna have it vivid, that way it really pops. So we're gonna let that coat dry, because you gotta let it dry. This is the water base. And then we're gonna go back in and put one more coat on, and I'll bring you guys in there and show it to you guys with the blue all finished up. All right, so that's it, all cleared up, and that's not gonna be nearly the finished look for that thing. We're just getting some clear on there to seal up the base coat. That way we can do our artwork on it and get that thing looking nice. So we gotta let that one dry for about a day. Then we're gonna come back in and do all the graphics on it and get that thing looking like a Mitchell Collision true hat. So let's let it dry, and we'll be back in to get that thing finished up. Yep, nice and hard. So we let it sit overnight. What do you guys think of my hat? So we had to wear the hat, being we're doing the hat. That way we could duplicate what we got here on this one. So, all right, it's all dried up, and now we're gonna get this thing all finished up with the stencil work and get it cleared up. All right, so we've got it scuffed down now. I went ahead and hit that with a scuff pad and sanded down some of the areas that had some dirt. And now we're gonna go ahead and get this thing finished up. So I went ahead and made some stencils at the house with my Cricut. That way we can get this thing labeled. First thing we gotta do is put the white on here. All right, so let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. You guys know that that was a fiberglass piece, so there is waves in it, and it's supposed to look like it's actually material. So we put a gloss on it because that's what I wanted to do, make it shiny, and it really came out nice. You guys see the graphics. Definitely was tedious getting all that stuff pulled off and not screwing it up. So let me know what you guys think. I think my boss is gonna love it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.